I don't need those. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure, so I'll hang on to that, but not quite sure that... Okay, and that's a good magical dagger there. Okay, the box. It appears to be a small wooden box. Intricate designs etched in gold adorn the box. At one time, this box would have been worthy enough to be displayed at any aristocrat's estate. However, years of neglect have taken their toll, and it appears to be falling apart. If not for the large ruby mounted to the front of the box, it would be worthless. Feelings of dread seem to emanate from the box. We'll leave it alone for now. Not quite sure why...
I'm gone. Done.
Pile of... it's junk.
All right. All right.
Fleece.
I'm gone.
So where is that girl, Amelise?
All right.
I know there was one of those things running around
right.
that was really pissed off at us, but I don't remember where. The flop house. Oh, it's a centaur or something. Nestor. You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with grey stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He does not seem to notice your approach. Greetings! At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, it's not you, but soon, yes, soon. Right. Who are you talking to? The old man seems oblivious to your presence. Oh, you'll come. Yes, you'll come. And old Nestor'll be waiting. Are you alright? No! My fork! Can't leave without my fork. Fork, fork, fork. Oh, I think we had a fork. Fork, fork, fork. Can't go home without my fork. Nestor's frenzy reaches violent crescendo. He begins hopping up and down manically, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the flophouse. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone. Stolen. Can't go home without my fork. Who stole your fork? Nestor stares at you for a long moment, and then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. Judging by the stench and color of the ear, you'd wager that the old loon has been toting it around in his pocket for some time. You have my fork, don't you? Don't you? Bring back my fork. I think we do have a fork. Waiting. He shakes the ear violently and shouts into it, until you bring it back. Then I can go home. Is this the fork you speak of? Nestor hastily snatches up the fork. My fork! My fork! My fork, fork, fork! He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head, as if he were performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home! Now I can go home! Farewell! Nestor turns to leave, then, as if struck with some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery, the severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice there's an earring still dangling from it. Sure.
Updated my journal.
Take that earring. Well,
Done.
at least, the fork that we carried around for about, I don't know, hours or days, turned out to be useful. And we have a earring. I'm actually waiting to identify things until I get a nice load of things to identify. Well, we do have 3 things. I think... Oops. Let me wait a little bit longer. I think we're gonna learn chromatic orb. Oh, what does that do? Does that do... What is this? Longer debates about the spectrum of color in the multiverse. This blue is better than yellow. Pike it, Burke. Of course white is the true color. And while in the end, many generally agree that a color's greatness is in the eye of the beholder, this spell establishes the fact that some colors are deadlier than others. This summons a large magical orb of color, which can then be hurled at a target using the caster's normal attack roll, +3. The color of the orb changes depending on the caster's level. Level 1, white. So, this is a pretty good spell, especially for a fighter mage. And it does do paralysis at level 10. Yeah, nice. Stun at level 5? Okay, we're gonna learn that. And it's a level 1, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. So, oops. AC2, +1 to... That's pretty good. Scripture of Steel, +1 to hit and +1 to saves. Hopefully when he levels up we'll get a few more spells. To have 2 level 1 spells doesn't seem like a lot. But level 3. Well. Okay, strength. Doesn't really need that because he already has that. He already has something similar. Power of 1. Yeah. So, actually probably sell that. Oops, that scroll. Or, I suppose you could just use it, but I think selling it probably... Because I think it was worth 200.